So the Wheel of Time content is coming fast, isn't it? Like, we just had the Moraine's Quest teaser, and then this morning, this morning my time, no idea what time it was your time, but this morning I started seeing like these posts about, have you guys seen what's happened on Amazon Prime? Have you seen this? Have you seen this? And I would check my Amazon Prime and there was nothing there, but people started saying that there was something new up on Amazon Prime. No notice of this from the official sources. This was like a super sneaky drop. Like, they're being like really interesting with their marketing and stuff. But yeah, this was super sneaky. Went under the radar. People just started sharing it. And about like, for me, it was like 45 minutes before I had to go to work that it started working. So didn't make a video because I had to get ready for work and go. But I'm home from work now, and I thought I would share this with you because it's really cool. There's some very interesting stuff up on Amazon Prime right now. And so I guess let's go over it.
Let's be nerdy, bitch. Let's be nerdy, let's be nerdy. Let's be nerdy, bitch. Let's be nerdy, bitch. Let's be nerdy, let's be nerdy, bitch.
Okay, so this is how you find it. If it's available. I don't know if everybody has this. This morning, that was a part of the conversation. Some people could access this and some people couldn't. So if you don't have this, just wait. It took a while for me to be able to get it. I'm sure if you have Wheel of Time on your menu, eventually this will come up for you. But okay, so this is it. I'm on my Wheel of Time section of Amazon Prime. And then you scroll down and you've got this here, episodes. So I've got 2 episodes already, except they're not episodes, they're bonus. And then Explore and Details. It's in Explore that you want to go. And if you click on it, this is what you see. So first it says, of course, begin your journey. We have Dragon Mount and Tar Valon and the White Tower looking phallic. And yes, there's, the islands. There's some weaves happening here. I do love this. I think the city looks really, really cool. And then, of course, there's Moraine's Quest, the teaser that just dropped. And I'm assuming as more, like when the trailer comes out, this will be here as well, when the full trailer comes out. And then there's this interesting quote. So this is Moraine. And then it says here, they're here for the same reason as I am. For you. The Dark One is waking. His whispers are already in the backs of our minds. But there will be one who can stand against him. The dragon has been born again. And it's one of you. And this is fascinating. First of all, this person, I was wrong. Because that speech that she gives in the Moraine's Quest, this is practically it. This is pretty much it. I don't know if it's word for word. Well, it's not word for word. And I don't think she would give it more than once. Sorry. Normally I would pause when a very loud motorcycle goes by and start again, but I'm trying to make this video as quickly as possible. So there might be loud traffic. But yes, she is telling the kids that one of them is the dragon. And that is different. That's really different. Thinking about it, well, first of all, like I said, I'm wrong. I still don't think she's going to say, my name is Moraine Sedai, because they know her name. And whoever she's talking to is probably going to know her name. But she's giving them this information. And if I think about it, it makes sense for the show because they're trying to play up the mystery of who the dragon is. And in the books, we don't really get confirmation that she's looking for the dragon until the final chapter. So if you're trying to set up the mystery of who the dragon is, you have to let the audience know that she's looking for the dragon. And again, part of the issue I had with that speech is I couldn't think of who she would be saying it to because everybody that Moraine, the Moraine I know, like the Moraine in the books, would be telling this to, already knows. So the only people who don't know are like the kids, Tom and Min, who is like the one theory that I thought. But this is making it a little bit different, where the kids are going to also be wondering which one of them it is, and the audience, of course, is going to be wondering which one of them it is. This still, I don't think, breaks the lore. Okay, I'm going to say this now. Eye of the World spoilers. Eye of the World spoilers. If you have not finished Eye of the World, sorry, bye-bye. Don't watch this, because I don't want to spoil something for you that's being set up as the mystery. So if you have not finished Eye of the World and you are planning on watching the TV show, turn off the video. Like it, subscribe, and then turn it off. Okay? Bye. Okay, the rest of you. Either world spoilers, we're going this. We all know who the dragon is, and we all know who it can't be. I know that Moraine knows this. And now, the show could take this a different way, and maybe she doesn't know. But I can totally see a way for Moraine to not want everyone, and specifically not want Egwene to know that she can't possibly be the dragon, because she wants to take Egwene with her. Because she walked into that inn and was like, oh, super, super powerful female channeler here. A little bit too old. She's probably not going to want to be an Aes Sedai, but this one, okay, I can take her back to the tower. She's just at the edge of the age. Let's go. But she can't just say that. So, one of you is the dragon. Like, pull her in with that and then still reveal it. I don't think this breaks the lore at all. I'm still very confused by people not understanding that people watching the show are not going to go know everything that Moraine knows. We all read Eye of the World and didn't know what Moraine was fully doing until the final chapter of the book. So how is this different? It's a mystery being set forth for people who don't know. I'm sorry, that whole objection just still baffles me. Okay, so this is the first screen. I'm barely into this. And then the next screen, you scroll down a bit and it says, who is the dragon reborn? Moraine! So this is confirming that it's actually going to be Moraine. Moraine is going to be the dragon reborn. Sorry, I can't do it. It's ridiculous. Anyway, but okay, so we have these amazing character bios. So I have here Moraine. Moraine has come to the two rivers in search of the one who will save or destroy the world. I like that they've done this. Okay. A mysterious and powerful Aes Sedai capable of channeling the one power. Her arrival brings with it concern and threat of chaos. She claims to seek the prophesied dragon reborn, but for what purpose? Aes Sedai may never speak that which is not true, but the truth one tells you is not always the truth you may think. Pretty much what we know. That is, yes. If you've read the books, this is a pretty good description of what people think of the Aes Sedai. So that is very good. The next person we have, and again, I do think that they are very hard leaning into having people think that it's going to be Egwene. And I think that's very smart because, again, I know if I had not read the books and I saw these 4 people and they were like, which one of these ones is it? I'd be like, oh, well, they're going to subvert my expectations and it's going to be the girl. Like, that would be what I would do. So it's a good, yeah. Anyway, she's second. She's second on the list. Great. Egwene. The innkeeper's daughter, Egwene, is wise beyond her years. She is determined, steadfast, and driven by logic. She's promised to marry Rand, but others see her potential. The town wisdom wishes to train her, and the arrival of an Aes Sedai who wants to take her from the two rivers further complicates her once simple life. She's quickly realizing she could be more important than anyone ever imagined. I like these descriptions. Of course I do. These are the people I know, right? These are my friends. And Gwen and I had a little bit of a falling out around Fires of Heaven, but she was my friend at this point. I really, really love her at this point. So I think this is good. And I do like this whole, realizing that she could be more important. This is a big part of who Egwene is in my mind, that she just always felt like the Two Rivers was not where she belonged. It wasn't her she wasn't going to be able to fulfill her potential there. I feel like that she knew that and was always sort of struggling against the constraints of her upbringing and of the life that she was born into. Next, of course, we have Rand. So, few things are more important to Rand than his family and friends. He is impossibly stubborn, impulsively driven by his love and compassion for others, especially Egwene. When Moraine arrives in the Two Rivers, he pays little mind. Perhaps there is power within him, or one of his friends, but his only concern is protecting those he loves, at any cost, and he will have to do that sooner than later. This is good. I am on record as saying that I am not like a Rand person. I don't dislike him. I like Rand well enough, but I find him kind of bland. Like the saying bland Rand. He's just, he's fine. He's a fine character. This is a very good description of him, and I like this. I would have struggled to write him. Like, Rand is a nice boy. That would have been me writing it. So this is very good. And okay, the next one on the list. This is the most interesting one. Matt. Matt is always ready with a smart remark and loves to make people laugh, and yet his mischievous smile and witty retorts simply distract from the question constantly burdening him. Is he a good person? And how would he know? His parents were far from role models, yet he fears himself fated to follow their path. But perhaps, if that Aes Sedai is to be trusted, his future may have other things in store. That is so interesting. I have to say, when I read this, the first thought I had is, oh, Abel Cawthon, no. Because Abel Cawthon is like a tertiary character at best, but he's a nice guy. He's a good guy. So I feel a little hurt on his behalf, like to have his character slandered like this. But I do think this is smart because I haven't actually looked at parents, so we'll see how this goes. But most of the characters we don't really like. We know Rand's family. We spend time with Rand and Matt, and of course, you know, Egwene has the Bran and Meryn, so we get to meet them. The rest of them barely, like, there's just like the vaguest hint of a backstory and of a family. And if we're gonna see them in the Two Rivers, we need to see their families. We need to see that it's a real place and they had real relationships there. I think it's one of those things that kind of had to change for the medium. You can't just film them in isolation and never show them interacting with their family or anything because it's gonna look odd. Like, it's gonna look like you're missing some people on set or something. So I think that this is very smart. And it does give him some more sympathy earlier on, I think, which, again, I think is one of those things that's good for the television show because those of us who've read the books, and nobody comes to really like Matt. Well, no, that's not true. I know one first-time reader. I think Danny from the Wheel Weaves podcast loved Matt from book one. Very, very rare for somebody to love Matt from book one. And so this is good because I think it gives you a way to hold on to that character earlier rather than later. I think in the books it's good to have it come in later, but a show, especially, I think that's condensing that, giving us a foothold into his character early on, probably good. Okay, next, Perrin. Okay, don't let the physique from long days working a forge fool you. Perrin is a gentle giant. Those closest to him, he's a man of strength and stability who approaches every decision with thoughtful consideration. Despite his kind and gentle nature, his physical strength cannot be denied. Is this a reflection of some deeper power? Perrin fears that, one way or another, circumstances may reveal the answer. Very good. No family backstory here for him, which, again, pretty appropriate, given the books. We never see his family, although, again, we're all still bracing for the possible fridging of a possible new wife for him. I don't know. Someone pointed out that in the Moraine's quest teaser, one of the girls who walks by, I'll see if I can find it and put it here, might be the actress that we believe is going to be playing this Lila Ibarra person. And if it's correct, I don't know, but if it's correct, her hair is unbraided, which means that she can't be married. Which would mean maybe it's a girlfriend if indeed any of this suspicion is true. The next one is the reason I wanted to make the video. I'm sure you can see it. We have here Nynaeve. I'm going to tell you, I clicked on this and the first time I saw Zoe Robbins, I almost cried. Just seeing, I've talked about this a fair bit, just seeing, oh my gosh, they cast a black woman as my favorite character. I haven't had that emotional reaction again until this. I just looking at this image, I almost cried. And it wasn't the it's a black woman thing. In this case, I looked at this image and almost cried because I'm getting it again. She's almost here. I'm almost about to see, whenever I start a new reread and Nynaeve first shows up, I get excited because I missed her in between rereads. I love Nynaeve. I do. She's a fictional character and I love her to death. And so this idea that I'm soon going to see her walking and talking, I'm going to hear her voice. Kate Redding is also her voice. Kate Redding, in my mind, originated the role of Nynaeve Almira. But Zoe Robbins, I'm going to see this. And it just got me. I just stared at this picture for a couple of minutes, almost in tears. And I'm feeling that feeling again. Just, it's coming. It's coming, you guys. Okay, anyway, let's see what we have. Nynaeve. Nynaeve is fierce and assertive, commanding respect as the youngest wisdom the Two Rivers has ever seen. She's brash and unpredictable, but her compulsion to heal is what truly drives her. She may be slightly older than the other four from the Two Rivers, but her innate abilities are not to be discounted. Nynaeve despises the Aes Sedai, yet Moraine senses a power within her, one she simply cannot ignore. Very true. I do like this, like her compulsion to heal. I love the use of the word compulsion, because I feel like that is very much a Nynaeve thing, is that not just heal, because heal is very strong, obviously she does want to heal everything, but help. Nynaeve wants to help. If somebody needs help, she wants to do it, and it's a compulsion. She wants to fix the problems in front of her, and I love that. I love it. I love you, Nynaeve. Anyway, okay, and then we have here Lan. Lan is Moraine's warder, a warrior bonded to an Aes Sedai through the One Power, equal parts bodyguard, confidant, and ally. He and Moraine share an unbreakable bond. Driven by duty and honor, his stoic exterior reflects the unwavering loyalty that supersedes his own desires. He would give his life for Moraine, and will do what is necessary to find the Dragon Reborn, whatever Moraine's plans may be. Very cool. In his shot, for some reason, in this image, it's the one that looks most like art to me. The rest of them, I don't know. I don't know what they've done here. It makes it look very stylized, but yeah, it's good. This is all very good. Okay, and then this was cool. Keep scrolling down, and it's like, oh my gosh. Okay, we have here the Westlands await, and it is an interactive map, you guys. It's an interactive map. Dive into the world of the Wheel of Time. Explore beautiful and exciting locations from the show. Okay, so let's go in here. This is the map. So you click on it, and look, you can drag around, but you can only really go so far. Like, we can go a little bit into the waste, but not really. Go into the ocean, the Aerith Ocean. Like, that's it. We can't really get any further in. But, oh, I do. Okay, I guess I have to zoom out a bit. To see these places here, we have, of course, the Two Rivers. It says here, you can click on it, Two Rivers, and then Gildan. Clicking on all of these will give you a little bit of information. Shadar Logoth, Tar Valon, Breen Spring. So, and then Tyr, the Kingdom of Tyr, which is very interesting. This map is gorgeous. I say this again for like the bajillionth time on my channel. I am not very visual, so I did not notice this. This map is different from the maps in the books. They've adjusted things and moved things around. I don't remember what they are. I actually read about this early this morning before I went to work, but can't remember what the changes are. But there are changes, so I would check that out and look at this. I generally will just trust things in the book when they tell me where things are going. Following maps, just even in real life, is my kryptonite. I suck at following maps. I don't ever give me job of navigator. If we are on a road trip, I will get us lost. Don't ever do that. So this is a different map. I didn't notice. I just liked clicking on them and reading the little blurbs about each of them, which is very awesome. Then, okay, still scrolling down. There's still more. This is really cool. We have another Moraine quote. Moraine, of course, being the main character that they are pumping for this here. It says, "You've lived too long in these mountains, pretending what happens in the rest of the world can't affect you." This is a thing that I think is going to happen. I think she might be giving like a speech to the people of the Two Rivers. And I think, I've long said this, I don't think we're going to get the Weep to the Manetheren speech, at least not as it is in the books. I think we might get the Manetheren story revealed at some point, but I doubt we're going to get like a 15-minute monologue from Moraine. And a lot of people have said you could do it with like flashbacks and stuff. I don't think we're going to get it. I really don't. I think it's just too much exposition given by one person and it's too long. So I don't think we're going to get it. Plus, Rosamund Pike said in an interview, like her favorite thing or favorite quote from Moraine, she said, from the books, it was the Wheat for Manetheren speech. She specified from the books, which when she said that, I thought, oh yeah, that confirms it. I don't think we're going to get it in the show. But I think this is going to be a kind of replacement for it. I think this might be something that she says to motivate the people of the Two Rivers, or to scold them for their isolation, or for, I don't know, it's like this sort of admonishing thing that she did with the Weep for Manetheren speech. That's the feeling I'm getting from this very, very short sentence. So it's the same feeling, but said much shorter. That's what I think this is. And then, okay, we go down here, and we have a timeline. This is more my speed. Okay, big time history nerd. This makes me very excited. We have the quote from the books. The wheel of time turns and ages come and pass, leaving memories that become legend. I mean, it's truncated. There are neither beginnings or endings to the turning of the wheel, but there is a beginning. And then you click on it, and we have here the breaking of the world. Now note this. Up here we have a little flag. If you go down to the bottom, we have here a milestone is a flag, swords crossing is a conflict, the little compass sign is a journey, and then a Venn diagram, I guess, is a meeting. So the breaking of the world, you can click and see more. You can see these are Age of Legends ruins and stuff here. And it says, the dragon Luz Theron and a group of male Aes Sedai attempted to cage the Dark One forever. When they failed, the Dark One tainted the One power, driving all male Aes Sedai mad. In their madness, they broke the world. Mountains fell, lands were reformed, civilization collapsed, and the towering Dragon Mount was formed. This was the end of the Age of Legends and the beginning of the Third Age. So that's very cool. And I did note, like, they said it here, tainted the One power, driving all male Aes Sedai mad. They are alluding to the fact that the power is divided into two halves, but they haven't said it outright. So even people who read this aren't fully going to know all of the lore. Like, you could read this and you're getting like a hint at what it is, but you're not fully understanding it. So, okay. And then you close this one out. So that's 0 after breaking. Go forward here. We have another milestone. It's Danu, 978, New Era. The pattern demands a dragon. A child was born, believed to be Luz Theron, spun back into the world to once again challenge the Dark One. This person has been referred to in prophecy as the Dragon Reborn. They are fated to have great power, and it is said they will either save the world or destroy it. I'm emphasizing the word person. They are not specifying gender here. Again, I think they are very much leaving it open for the viewers to wonder if it could be Egwene. And it's very easy to do. You just change the pronoun slightly. Very easy. Just leave this mystery open for people. Very cool. And okay, so that was a landmark. Was it milestone? Okay, go forward. And we have Journey, Moraine's quest. Now, okay, I'm going to click it here. See this person on a horse? I wasn't sure who this was. This is implying that it's Moraine. Someone in the comments on my last video suggested that it might be Nynaeve, and I thought that was a really cool idea, like Nynaeve pursuing them after Moraine kidnaps the kids. I thought that was a really cool possibility, but this seems to be implying that it's Moraine, which is fine. Okay, Moraine's quest. The Aes Sedai Moraine began her search for the next dragon, an individual born on a foretold date, said to be the chosen one who is able to touch the source of the One power. Powerful enough to save the world from the Dark One, or destroy it once again. Again, gender neutral, leaving it open. Very cool. And answering the question. I wasn't sure who this was. Pretty sure now that was Moraine. And then we have here another part of the journey. It says, on to Two Rivers. Moraine's search for the Dragon Reborn led her to the quaint region of Two Rivers. I keep wanting to say of the Two Rivers, because they always say the Two Rivers, but they're just calling it Two Rivers. I'm going to have to get used to that. Okay, Moraine's search for the Dragon Reborn led her to the quaint region of Two Rivers, where she had heard rumors of 4 young people who potentially matched the prophecy of the Dragon Reborn. So, okay, actually, this one is saying she has heard rumors of 4 young people. That's interesting. Maybe she isn't sure. Maybe they're changing the wording of the prophecy Okay, now I'm doing some thinking here. Maybe they're changing the wording of the prophecy so that it isn't specific that it's male, and so she could be hoping that it is it is a female channeler, because that would be better. That would be absolutely better for the world, but isn't sure that that's the case. Because the prophecy does indicate that the dragon will either save or destroy, and that does seem to lean male, given the lore. I don't know. Again, this also could be a misdirect from this. They could just be misdirecting. Trailers do that all the time. I mean, the amount of trailers I've seen for movies and stuff that have details in the trailer that don't show up at all in the final movie. So that could be misdirect. But okay, I'll stop this here. The reason I wanted to point out these icons is because we don't see conflict and we don't see meeting here, which I think means that they're going to be adding to this timeline as things go on, which is very, very, very cool. I like this, that it's going to be built. And that, I could be wrong, but might imply that the map might get more detailed. We might get more character bios. This could be like a growing feature, which is just really, really, really cool. So yeah, anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. I thought it was really, really cool. We see some big changes. We see Moraine being more direct with the kids than she ever was. We see Matt's backstory, which I understand and I like. I think it's a good and smart change for the books. It gives more of a grounded connection to the world. I just feel a little bad for Abel. I feel like, oh, Abel, character being slandered. Anyway, but that, I feel a little bad about that, but I understand it and I think it's a smart choice for the show. We see, obviously, they are very much making it a mystery as to which one of them is the dragon and making it possible for the viewers to suspect that it is Egwene. Very cool. I think that is still a very smart choice. Still utterly confused by the people objecting to it. And yeah, I guess anything else, that you picked out of that you thought was very noteworthy, let me know in the comments below. Or join my Discord. Always fun to talk over there. I'll leave a link to that in the description below. And if you like my content and what I do, you can always check out my Patreon, which will also be linked in the comments below. And the comments below, description below. Anyway, with that, I will end this here. So please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!